So what are 3 things that every DM needs? It's cool item card handouts, it's a price list for magic items in 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons, and it is of course new NPCs with a single click of the button. At least that's what I needed in my game, and that's why I developed some apps that can create exactly that for me, and of course also for you, entirely for free. The apps are located at app.eventyrgames.com. So the magic item generator basically lets you create magic item cards. We can add an item up here. We can then click the card to edit it. You can load an item from the SRD, for example. Thanks to Wizards of the Coast for finally doing the right thing and putting that in Creative Commons. You can then edit an image. You can write additional stuff. If you want maybe this armor to also give a +1 bonus to AC, you can do that. Great, now we have an item card, and once you're satisfied with your card, you can also print it or download it to your computer and then print it. So this is an item card we can share digitally, or we can print out and give to our players physically. There's a ton of room for customization, so you could call it the greatest armor in the world. Oops. And you can also go in and change layout stuff. You can change the rarity right here, put some decoration on it, make it attunement, all that good stuff. And if you are a subscriber or a patron subscriber, you can also save the cards so you can access them later. If you're not, the saving part of the app is not going to work simply because it takes up storage space and that costs money. So, but you're still free to use all of the functions of the app. So yeah, you can create items from scratch. You can load up items from the SRD, and you can even port in images from other pages. I suggest using imgur.com because that is the most reliable hosting service. The application can't take pictures from every website, but it will work for imgur.com and other web hosting or image hosting websites. So that's basically the item card generator. Another cool feature I could show you is the random items. So you could go in and say, let's do D4 +1 items, and I want to get some uncommon rare, very rare items. I only want armor and weapon and wondrous items, and we'll click generate, and it'll give us 1d4 +1 magic items. So we have a +2 weapon, a +1 weapon, and adamantine armor, a javelin of lightning, a scimitar of speed, and you could, well, continue to do that again and again until you fill up your whole page of items. If you have a whole page of items and you want to print it out all at once, you can also go to print view, and you can decide whether or not you want to print it as a A4 or letter. You can also flip them to print the backs of the cards. You'll need to set those up with images, but let's just do a print A4. So this printer is a black and white printer, so we're just going to shift to Adobe PDF, and you can see we get these images right here. Make sure you have background graphics on, and we can print that sheet out and yeah, we'll print it for our players. We also want to make sure, of course, that it's landscape format so we get the right sizes for everything. Going back to the front here, let's try and check out the NPC shop generator. The concept is basically the same. We want to create random NPCs, just like we wanted to create random items. And we maybe also want these as handouts. Random images, random descriptions, you can re-roll to get another. You can say, okay, yeah, I want a high elf, but I kind of want a different high elf maybe. You can randomize images and basically get a quick NPC for your game. A more unique feature is the ability to also add in a shop. So we could decide that we also want this person right here to also run a shop. We can randomize the contents of that shop using a preset or just clicking in and saying which items we would like. Once we're satisfied with what we get, let's just say we want this, we can save and edit it. So we can go in here and we can actually write in additional stuff if we wanted to. We could change stuff around, we could change the image, and again, once we're satisfied, we could also add an amulet of the plains. We wanted to have that. We maybe wanted to have a beat of force or a boost of speed, stuff like that. And once we're satisfied with that, we can go to layout and we can download these as 2 cards. Just get the shop here. Yep. So we have the shop here, we have the NPC here. We can print those out, put them on the back and front of a card. Once again, heading back to the main page here, let's check out the magic item price list. When we start up a new game, if we start up at 5th level, for example, I maybe want my players to have a magic item. So what I would want to do is say, okay, you can have a common or uncommon magic item with a max value of 500 gold pieces, and my players can go in here and check out, okay, which items are possible options for me. Maybe they specifically would like a weapon. They can filter that, say, okay, here are the sort of weapons that would fit my search description. The values are values that we've made. We've made them with community feedback. We've made them based on a ton of different factors, and we basically think that they work pretty well. It is, of course, dependent on wealth in your game. So we have some wealth guidelines in Wanderer's Guide to Merchants and Magic, which you can grab as a PDF on our webpage, web store. But basically, we are assuming that you're running with pretty standard gold piece amounts, just like in the Dungeon Master's Guide. In any event, the price list is a really nifty feature, I think. And once again, we also have options for you to add in your own items. If you have a user and subscribe or pay on the patron, you can save that item in the sort of database, so it will pop up, and you can even, if you're logged in, change prices or names and whatever for the items that are already here. So you could say, okay, I don't think a Sword of Vengeance should be only 300 gold pieces, I want it to be 500. You can go in and edit that. You can also edit the table style, so you could kind of get it the way you want it. There's a bit of customization options, but anyway, once you're happy with it, you can click download PDF. You'll get a PDF view. It's just going to narrow it in a little bit, and you can print this as a PDF. You just print this out and you bring it to the table, and you have a price list for whatever items you would like to have prices for. So yeah, that's basically our web applications. It's something that I've put in a ton of time in over the years. It's a hobby project of mine, mainly, not really something that makes money. More so, it just costs money for us to have. But it's really cool, I think. Finally, it's gotten to a place where I'm proud of it and want to showcase it a bit more, because I think it's a very useful application that some of you people may get some use out of. And I'm always excited to hear new ideas for stuff. I'm a bit behind. People will write me with very cool ideas, and I'll say, we'll definitely do that. And then I realize that I also have other work to do, but that doesn't mean that I don't hear suggestions. And if there's any bugs or small things, that's something that I prioritize getting fixed as quickly as possible. So yeah, that's basically it. Check out the app if you want to. Beyond that, there's not a whole lot left to say, except thank you so much for watching, and I hope that I'll see you in the next video.